What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, usually I have at any given time 3 to 4 games that I'm playing, and when I get tired of one game, I go to the next one and so on. But most of the time, 99% of the time, these are of course games which require large investments of time, or they could be games as a service. So as an example, I could be playing Outriders, Destiny 2, Warzone, and Immortals Phoenix Rising at the same time at different times of the week or the day or whatever. And the point is, all 4 of these games, they usually require a certain amount of time sitting behind them. You can't just quickly play this for 5 or 10 minutes or something like that while you're in between tasks or on your way to go do something or anything like that. And for those particular occasions, I usually have a bunch of games that I can just quickly fill some time in. In the past, this has been Hearthstone for me. It has been Legends of Runeterra, and stuff like that essentially. But Grindstone has really just become like a guilty pleasure of mine, but at the same time a game that I go, okay, I've got 15 to 25 minutes that I can just quickly play this, and then it ends up stealing like 2 to 3 hours of my time. Now, the funny thing is, I'm probably the last guy to jump on this bandwagon, because of course Grindstone's been around for a while, and it's highly likely that you know about this game already. When I first heard about it was in 2019, around the time that Apple Arcade came out. I believe it was a launch title, so this would have been like mid-September or something like that. And at that stage, I looked at this game and I was like, holy shit, I really want to play this so bad. It looks so cool, but I don't, own any Apple devices. And so I figured, this will come at some point. I mean, if it's this good, it's not just going to stay on Apple. It's not just going to stay on iOS. So it's going to come around at some time. And that's where it dropped off my radar. Now, I know that since then, like in 2020, I think at the end of the year or something like that, it came out on Nintendo Switch. But if I remember correctly, at that stage, my Nintendo Switch was basically serving as like a super expensive paperweight on my desk, and I was literally like not playing anything on it. So again, completely just was off my radar and I didn't see it. But then 20th of May this month, it came out on Windows and it was launched on the Epic Game Store, and suddenly I found this game again and I was like, holy shit, I have to play it. So immediately bought it, and that's basically a recap of my addiction. That's where we stand right now. So I've put a whole bunch of hours into it. Just as a general description of what the game is it's one of the these typical grid-based games that you have to match colors or shapes or whatever you together, and then you get different effects from that. But that is basically where the game starts from. But then there's a whole bunch of intricacies built in on this, where it's not just about matching certain, in this case, monsters together, but there's items that require to match up a certain amount before you can break them or hit them. And there's just a lot of complexity, built on top of this very, very basic recipe for a game. Couple that with the fact that you have crafting in the game, and you have materials that you have to collect for that crafting. Those give you items, which of course change the game in very different ways. You have challenges that are built into the game, and basically more than 250 levels to clear, with boss fights and bonus rounds and hidden levels and all of that. So there's just a lot of stuff going on here. But at the same time, it's a game that you can play for 10 minutes, finish like 1 or 2 levels, and walk away from. There's not an insanely big narrative to follow or anything like that. There's not story that you have to recap yourself up on. I mean, it's basically George, this guy that you play, and you just plow your way through these levels and kill these monsters and craft the loot and all of that. And I really, there's so much to like about this game. The music is good. It's the gore and the actual aesthetic of the game is amazing. The sound design is cool. There's good humor in this. It's just really good. So if you haven't checked this out, this is not a AAA release or anything like that. But if you're like me and you like to have like 1 or 2 or 3 of these smallish games that you can just sort of put a little bit of time into, and then unfortunately what this game will do is it'll just steal a whole bunch of your time because it's that good. But definitely check it out. Like I said, it is on the Epic Game Store. I think it's even at a discount right now. I literally bought this shit so fast that I didn't even see if it was discounted or not. But that's Grindstone by Capybara Games. It's definitely recommended by me. definitely check it out. If the footage that you're seeing in the background there looks interesting, then trust me, the game is a whole lot more fun than just, you know, watching it. But that's it basically. Please do remember that we have the Discord channel that's available. It's in the description down below for the channel. Go ahead and join us. We've got a lovely community building there. I think we're almost up to, I think, between 80 and 90 members. It's really awesome. It's just a gamer Discord, so don't worry if you think that it's going to be about a specific game or anything like that. It's mostly just about the community. Obviously, the idea there is to join up and play games with other people. There's an Outriders section there for, you know, if you want to team up in expeditions and Outriders and so on and so forth. It's of course also run by me, so there's suggestion boxes there for if you want anything added to it or anything like that. That's it for this video. Thank you very much if you watched this, if you support the channel. It's been amazing. I really just thanks again to the community. And watch out for later today, because I'll put the stream schedule up for the week. And other than that, you just have to have a really, really awesome Sunday. Enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are. And until next video, fucking cheers.